So I can watch the stream, no one can comment on. That's the thing.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tier 2 AEC. If you can hear me, let me know. I think Twitch is having a bit of a meltdown. But we are live. It is round 3. It did say round 4 on the title screen. That was my bad. I put 4 instead of 3. But it is round 3. We've had 2 previous rounds of Tier 1. FG have won the first and second. They've got about a 50-point lead. We will get into standings very shortly. But yeah, I don't know if anyone can hear us, but I am joined by the one and only Mr. Tez. Welcome in, son.
Oh, wow, what a pleasure to be here, Tom. Really looking forward to this race tonight here, round 3 for Tier 1 here at AEC. It's been a while since we've been on comms together, but really looking forward to it tonight. And I can confirm that they can hear us on stream, which is really good. Apologies for interrupting on the intro there. But we are loading in now, and we should be in for a good race tonight. If it's anything like last night, I'm sure we're in for a great race as the TRS headed to Australia for their round 3 last night, and it was a fantastic race.
It certainly was. If it's anything like last night, then we're on for a stellar. We have got standings on the screen. Your team standings are as followed. There you go. After 2 races, FG. Maybe a bit of a surprise package. I don't think anyone tipped them to win Tier 1. BRT probably your favourites going in. But yeah, they've got a 46-point lead. After picking up 46 points last week, and it's BRT in second. See if the gap can close a little bit. We want a nice tight championship. We don't want anyone running away with it. I'm sorry, Baldy, if you are watching, but yeah, FG leading by 46 points. Tez.
Yeah, they're absolutely killing it so far, especially Will Turner. He's so clear in the driver standings as well, with FG Charlie in P2 after his strong race last time out, winning in China. Will Turner returns again tonight. Will he be the one to take 2 wins out of 3? Going to be tough, though. There's some good drivers out racing tonight. Some new faces have been joining us as well. But as it looks, we look like we've got a dry quali. At least it'd be nice to see, well, nice to hear from someone that's in the lobby if we've got a wet race or not, or if it's going to be dry the whole way through. Last night, pole position was by PSR Placky, which is a 1 minute 16.1. Will any of these drivers be able to top that? Can we see anyone creep into the high 15s? It'll be a big ask, but it's certainly possible. Without further ado, let's get into it. Would you like to start? Tom, would you like to go on board with someone? Give us a rumble lap.
Yeah, let's have a look who's out. Mr. SLR Ham is on his way out, first driver out on track for SLR, who are the reigning champions in Tier 1. They've not had the greatest start, you know, in Tier 1 and Tier 2. They won both last season. Obviously, they were granted, you know, immunity through qualifiers, and they are into Season 6 of AEC. We're coming up on the 2-year mark. Next month will be the 2-year mark. But yeah, SLR Ham, first driver out on an out lap, and he'll be starting his hot lap. Everyone's starting to filter out now.
Yeah, it's a shame for SLR. I don't really know what's going on. Obviously, only be able to take 4 points for each of the first rounds, per round, I should say. So maybe tonight could be their night.
Maybe. So SLR Ham on the soft tyres. In Tier 2, you had drivers come out on the mediums. They wanted to, you know, save a set of soft tyres. It appears in Tier 1, no one is doing that, and everyone is coming out on the soft. So they're going to try and get as many laps in as possible. Mr. Ham keeping it very tidy through turn 1 and turn 2. Mr. Ham, he's an AC regular. He's been in a few races now, Mr. Ham. I don't think he's ever gotten the win, but you never know. So he might change. You never know. So Mr. Ham about to finish Sector 1 here, and we'll see what Sector 1 times he will be setting. See if anyone else can match it or go quicker than it. And Mr. Ham comes to Sector 1. It's a 26.6. So Mr. NRM is another driver out on track as well, and Mr. Tyler has left the session. It appears we have lost the commentator, everyone. I am now solo. I need Mr. NRM has now invalidated. I'll try and get Tez back in. But oh, you did, so I'll try and get you back in now. No worries at all. Everyone's just on their first laps, getting back in. And there you go. Tez's dial-up internet strikes again. Says Ewan. Mr. Ezolaham, 17 flat for a banker time. Very good indeed. That is almost topping Tier 2 pole, which was a 16.9. Mr. Ezolaham putting a good lap there. Mr. TRX after Sector 1. What's he going to be doing? And it's a 26.9, so he's about 3/10 off what Ham did in at the first sector. As soon as you're back in, Tez, let me know. Exotic Plains is on a lap as 0.7 for Senor Ghosts. He goes into pole position for AERT. Exotic Plains, he produced one of moments of AEC last game in France. He was about to win the race and his tyres popped. Penultimate corner, and that was the end of him. But he goes into P2, joins his teammate on the front row as it stands. Not anymore, because Mr. Turner for FG 16.6. That is now the new time for everyone to beat. Mr. Medal is a teammate of Turner's. Deasy goes into pole there, now 16.5. Medal on his Tier 1 debut after winning the Tier 2 Championship in Season 5. And he has got chance today, Medal, to join Andrea in making history in winning a race in Tier 2 and winning a race in Tier 1. If he got a podium, he would join Stabby and Andrea with having a podium in Tier 2 and a podium in Tier 1. Stabby, the only driver to get a point. He was the first driver to get points in all 3 tiers. So Stabby, Andrea, and Medal all got a chance to make history. Here's to do it. Getting a toe as well, Medal is. So back on board with Medal. That might be going to the steward's room. Mr. Medal may have got hampered there. Who was that by? I believe it was Exotic Plains. It was Exotic Plains. Might have hampered Medal a little bit. Comes out in the final corner, takes a little bit too much curb, hampers his exit. Medal, who got a toe from Turner. See what time it's going to be. 17.3. But there's definitely more time, and that looked like Sector 3 was a bit not really his fault, to be honest. But it, yeah, could be going to the stewards. Apparently, Ted, they can't hear you. Did you rejoin the party? Have you clicked? Did the you click include audio again, or click include audio? Yeah. But they could hear you at the start.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. Please let us know in chat if you can hear me. Apologies for my awful connection.
Can hear now. There you go.
Fantastic. We're back.
Okie dokie. So BRT, a quick fact about them. They are one of the first teams that I recall that put their quali lineup into an actual race. So Ryan and Zinks got them qualified in Tier 1 and they are now racing in Tier 1. Another quick fact about Ryan, he probably thinks I'm obsessed with him, but he's probably the quickest assist driver there is. One of. Not, I don't want to but he probably is. On quali pace. His quali pace, he's probably the favourite to get pole position today. However, his best result in AEC is P9.
Ooh, there you go.
There you go.
Facts of the day.
Facts of the day. I did a bit of research on that. Anyway, Partik's on a lap. I think he's only one on a lap.
Yeah, he is. Do we go for it?
Go for it, Mr. Partik, AMS legend.
Yeah, Partik's towards the end of Sector 1 now. This corner is about to come into the flying right. Really important that you keep the momentum because you're going to lose so much time coming down the straight. It doesn't look like he's got his teammate out to give him a hand with Toe. Toe can be very effective down the straight purely for how long it goes on for. But now coming towards the end of the straight, flinging it into the left and then into the right, runs over the curb, runs a very nice line, super smooth from there through Partick, coming into sector 3 now, going flat out into the braking zone at the 75 meters, runs a little bit wide, gets a very nice exit through there, letting off ever so slightly. He actually downshifts a little bit there too. Now coming into the penultimate corner, he got an Alpine up ahead of him, but that should not interfere with that one bit. Coming around the final corner now, this would be his first lap he sets of the day. Where will this put Partick? P13. It was not the best lap there for Partick. I know he's got a lot more in the tank than that, but we have the current provisional pole sitter who is on a lap now. SDC, as he now comes towards the end of sector 1, where we jumped on board of Partick last time round, and it looks like there's an Aston Martin up ahead. That will be NRM KVS giving DZ this tow through the back straight, and it looks like it could be a pretty good tow for the pair of them. And there's an Alpha Tauri getting out of the way there as well. Nicely done. Through the S's goes DZ, keeping the momentum, runs that curb extremely well, and this could be a good lap for him. Would he be able to improve on his provisional pole time of a 1 minute 16.5? Coming to sector 3 now. Absolutely on the limit right now here at Albert Park. DZ coming into the penultimate corner. Into the final corner he goes. I would have thought it would be an improvement, as it looks like he's been on for a strong lap. Where will this put him? Crosses the line for a 16.1 already. That's the best lap of the week here in AEC so far, and we still have 8 minutes of the session to go. Fantastic lap there by TTM DZ.
Bloody hell. 16.1. That is now the time everyone needs to beat.
Well, Will Turner, the current driver, leading champion in this tier, has got a fantastic tow from his teammate Medal. Now, he is coming towards sector 3 now. Will, the current driver champion, or driver leading... No, the driver... What would you... I've lost for words.
The championship leader.
There we go, that will do, Tom. Right, around the penultimate corner he comes. Will he be able to keep this strong success here in AEC Tier 1 as he crosses the line? 116.3, he improves by 0.3, but not quite enough for pole.
So here we go then. More drivers are starting to come out. Welsh Jack has invalidated his lap. He will not be setting a valid time. Mr. NRM is on a lap. His teammate not giving him a tow that he gave his teammate. So NRM is up in his time. Not by a lot though. It doesn't even move him up a position. Very close to Senior Ghost. But Mr. Ghost, who is now into the pits, is going to be coming out for one of his final runs very soon indeed. NRM, is he about to join his teammate on the front row? I very much doubt it, Ted.
Yeah, I didn't catch the rest of the lap. His teammate there in the grass, still not DZ's out. He's gone to go cut the lawn. I think he's back on his farming simulator, at least that's what he thinks. Nevertheless, NRM KBS now, coming around the final corner. Where is this going to put him? Crosses the line to go P3 with a 16.6. It was enough for an improvement. Good lap there from NRM KBS.
So Turner now.
Oh, we've got Zinc Motion here. Oh, sorry there, Tom. I'd almost see the two Alfa Romeos collide there. That was some bad coordination there from the toe. I was very worried there. I thought they might have clashed there.
So Mr. Zinks, looks like was he helping out Ryan, or was Ryan helping out him?
Well, I think Ryan was helping out him, but...
Yeah, Ryan was helping out Zinks. So here we go then, Mr. Zinks.
A bit of a misjudgment there, though, for sure.
Down this time after Sector 2. He's got one sector to go, Mr. Zinks, for Bunga, who are currently sat P2 in the championship, 46 points behind FGE, who are currently sat in P2 and P7. So Mr. Zinks' motion, is he about to get a solid time on the board? And he comes up to 16.7, jumps ahead of Medal, but goes into P7.
Looks like some Pikachu's on a lap now as well. He's coming through third from last corner. Into the penultimate corner he comes. What will the AMS driver be able to do? Not a lot, as he heads into the pits.
So Mr. Medal, do you know what? For his Tier 1 debut so far, he sat in P8 in quality. Not too bad. It is very close in the midfield. And then you've got DZ out in front. Absolute clear.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, obviously, from a non-biased perspective, to an extent. I mean, DZ and KVS both being former TTM drivers and now once again back in TTM after rejoining. This is their first race for over a year for TTM, so they're doing very well. Indeed. So big shout out to those guys. But yeah, that's enough of bias. We're going to keep it neutral for the rest of the
No
stream.
more bias con. Can confirm. Medal is into the pitch. We've got Fatty Bomboy. What a game attack. That is absolute solid. So Fatty Bomboy is on our lap here. Currently sat in P13 for, I believe it's CRE. 2.5 tenths up in his time. Keeps it valid for their purple middle sector. But we know by this game now, purple middle sector could mean red. It could be great. You just don't take anything by that. But yeah, Fatty Bomboy, currently sat in P13, is definitely going to improve. It keeps it valid through here now, and he does on the exit. Penultimate corner on the way up. There's yellow flags in sector 1 by the Alpha Tauris. One more corner for Fatty Bomboy. Where's he going to put himself, Tez?
I don't know. I didn't catch most of the lap, but I'm sure he's going to improve here as he crosses the line, and he does. He goes ahead of his teammate as well with a 16.8. Very solid lap there from Fatty Bomboy. Nearly butchered that then, but
Could be game attack of the season.
that's class, to be fair.
So Partick, invalidated lap. Lighty is just starting his final lap. His teammate is ahead of him, so maybe waiting for a bit of a tow. I can see his teammate, Mr. Kieran, just waiting around the corner, and there you go. Kieran now pulls away, and looks like there's going to be a bit of teamwork down at IRT. Mr. Lighty up in his time after sector 1, and there you go. Here's the tow we're talking about. Kieran now helping Lighty out all the way through sector 2. It's a weaving to the right, it's weaving to the left now, and Lighty getting a lovely tow, but he's caught up to Kieran probably, a second early than he expected. But anyway, 2 tenths up now after sector 2. Lighty's on a solid lap.
Yeah, mega from those guys. Big shout out to them. Very nicely done.
So, Lighty, where's he going to put himself? Currently sat with a 27.4. I reckon with a bit of practice I might be able to beat that myself. So you expect him to prove it. Maybe get himself into the top 10. Should do with the big toe that he got. Anyway, Lighty, there's a car facing sideways. You can't park there, sir. And Lighty to the line. He's going to put himself into P6. Very good lap there. 16.6 for him.
He's nearly a tenth up, and he could get into the 15s potentially here, depending how his sector 3 goes. That'll be the first driver this week to get into the 15s here at Australia. Will Deasy be able to do it? We've got a few corners left, and we're going to find out. This has been an absolute flyer of a lap for Deasy, the Irishman. Let's see what he can do now. Come around the final corner, and he looked like he let off a little bit there. He's got big snap, and he's invalidated on the last corner. He's going to be absolutely fuming with himself. Gutted he is.
16.1.
Yes, very
it would have been a
still.
16.1. Still very solid, and no one's even getting close to him.
But IRT, Kieran's got a nice toe off his teammate Lighty there. I think they're doing a little bit of a switcheroo from last time round. What can Kieran do though, as he's now coming towards the end of the lap into sector 3 now, and the driver up ahead, who's that? That looks like it's an Alfa Romeo, and he's going to be hoping that they don't get in his way. I think they've got just enough space to make sure there's no dirty air, which will impede his lap.
There's rain.
There's rain.
There's rain. I see raindrops falling on my head.
I haven't seen it personally yet, but Kieran is about to cross the line. Where's that put in P3 for IRT Kieran with a 16.5? He'll be absolutely very chuffed with that, considering now the rain has come in. It'll be very unlikely to see anyone improving.
Yeah, Mr. Turner is on a hot lap here, but halfway through his lap, yeah, he's down. 6 seconds down. Oh, he's almost losing it. Oh, my goodness me. But yeah, that could be it. That could be end of quality, to be honest.
I think there's going to be a lot of drivers here that would have chose to go right at the very end, thinking there's no way there's going to be coming, the rain's going to be coming into play. But because they've left it so late to try and get the optimal grip on track, obviously for track evolution, they've absolutely thrown it away, especially to some of the drivers a little bit further down the order who haven't actually reached their optimal yet. They're going to be absolutely gutted with that. They really have to try and make up some space in the race. Although, around here in Australia, the RS is so OP, and there tends to be a lot of trains forming. So if you're qualified far down the order, you're going to really struggle unless you jump on a different strategy. But it's SLR Nico is still going for it. He's got a nice toe off his teammate there, SLR Ham. He's 4 tenths down though, so that just goes to show that the track is no good for nothing now. The order you see right now is most likely going to be the order that we are going to be wrapping up qualifying in.
Yeah, Mr. Zink's skating his way through his hot lap there. He was going all over the place, and that's the end of his lap. just making sure everyone is out. Yeah, that is the end of quality. No one's going to improve there. Medal finished his lap with a 16.8. I believe his last lap, he crossed the line. Let me just double check. So yeah, 16.8. Yeah, and it was a valid as well. But yeah, that'll be the end of quality, lads. Everyone is done. Medal, the last driver out on track, but he's 5 seconds down. So DZ is on pole position. BRT starting middle pack, I see as well. P9 and P11. You've got Medal starting P12. No idea what the conditions of the race is. But that track got wet very quickly.
So it did. I think my biggest surprise today is AMS Partick. He just didn't really get the lap in that he wanted. Only be able to set a 17.3 P18 for the AMS team. I'm actually really gutted for him because Partick's. I'm a big fanboy of Partick, and yeah, it's not nice seeing him that far down the order. He's not had the best of luck recently either. So hopefully we can see him working up in the race.
He loves an incident appeal. Partick does.
Does he? Loves it.
I think him, AERT, and Bunga probably hold the record for the most incident submissions. They definitely get a lot in. I'll probably just say Bunga because they're in both tiers, but AMS definitely submit a few. Hello, Grumpy. Oh, Grumpy, while we're here, we may as well do some housekeeping. You know, keep everyone informed in the information. Some tier 2 breaking news, everyone. Mr. Ched, who is currently leading the championship, has been moved out of tier 2, and he'll be in tier 1 for the foreseeable forever, really. Yeah, there you go. Anyway,
I've got some news for you. I've got some news. So
go for it.
Apparently, so there is going to be some rain featured in this race at some point, potentially. So I don't know. It'll be sure. Well, by the sounds of it, I think it'll be coming towards maybe the end of the race, but who knows? The weatherman will sure be out there today. Hopefully, he'll be getting the results in sooner rather than later. And the engineers have a lot of work on their hands. They've got to get this right, otherwise it could win or lose a race massively.
Let's see if it's a start of the race or whatever. But yeah, we'll get on the way in a couple of minutes, lads. AMS Boots has redeemed a fact. Now, I was looking at facts before, and I've completely...
I'm brain dead, mate.
Yeah, there's one. There's one. It's like, I might get it the wrong way around, but apparently, cows can only walk downstairs; they can't walk up them.
Really?
I believe that's true. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
Can we test this? I mean
like
MythBusters sort of style, you know? Can we get this? Can we get a cow in your house, Tom? That's the question, really.
But apparently, that's a true fact. If anyone wants to Google it, I think it is. I think cows can only walk downstairs. Hang on. Can cows walk upstairs? Walk. Oh no, I think it might be downstairs. It's one of them. Although at first notion may seem ridiculous, cows' inability to complete the seemingly simple feat actually makes quite a bit of sense. Cows struggle with walking downstairs because the incline and structure of the stairs are not found in nature or tailored for human leg proportions. So there you go. It's the other way around. They can't walk down them, they can walk up them. There you go.
That does make more sense, purely because of the weight. I was thinking that when you were saying it, I thought... Yeah, back to the day. Thank you for that, Tom.
No worries. You can redeem more facts, lads. 600 AM points.
Yeah, pay up, come on.
Points, AM points. Go on, come out of my ears, mate. Got loads. I
like your facts on your Twitter bio. Broken clock is the correct time 2 times a day. I mean, that's a brilliant fact.
It's a fact. It is. It's a complete fact. I don't do ifs, buts, and maybes.
I do absolutes.
Absolutes. I do absolutes. Minutes and we're on the way.
I can confirm we've got a dry start to the race. I'm just looking at the race director now, and I mean, I don't know how much I can say on stream really. Obviously, giving other teams maybe an advantage, but I'm going to go for it anyways. But we look like we've got the front 2 starting on hards, and then we've got a variation between mediums and hards. And I'm also seeing a soft runner here from Lighty. I don't know if he's picked his tyres yet, or if he thinks that the soft is the optimal tyre to go on. Maybe he thinks the rain's will be coming sooner than other people. But yeah, I mean, majority is medium and hards. But we've some 2 soft runners actually. Who's the other soft runner? Partick. I think that's a good shout from Partick, because obviously Australia being a bit of a street circuit, there's walls and there could be incidents. So if he's starting so far down the order where we all know he shouldn't be down that down down that far. You can get on them soft, try and make a few places early doors, and if there is that safety car, then there's going to be a lot of drivers pitting regardless. So I think that's a good call from Partick. How long have we got left until the start of this race then, Tom?
Well, we don't actually give a start time for them to ready up, but we do tell them not to ready up straight away.
So who's going to be the person? We could be here all night.
That's it. So we give them the choice. We say, don't ready up straight away. If anyone does ready up straight away, whoever it was will be getting a swift telling off. But whenever they're ready, whenever someone feels, there's been enough time, which I feel there has, so wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that's it. Because at the start, when we first did it, we did restart when someone readied up early, and it kind of just got a bit, a bit one of them, really. So, yeah, whenever. Hopefully soon.
Just had some more information. Supposedly, there is no rain now. They had us there.
We were lied to.
Yeah, so potentially no rain. But we'll see. You never know what Australia could bring. We will find out soon.
Hopefully, someone's thinking about readying up soon.
I mean, it would be nice. I'd like to see this race go underway. Oh,
here we go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's Deasy on pole. And one way on racing. Mr. Turner has got a very good start. No, he hasn't. He's bogged down. I was looking at the wrong driver. Senor Ghost goes flying past him. Kieran has been to P2. Senor goes down to P3. Turner does bog down a little bit. Contact with KVS. He drops down to P6. Volchek has rejoined. Looks like a very clean start to the start of the race, Ted.
Yeah, fantastic start there. He's got a good getaway. But Senor Ghost make up 2 positions, and we've got KVS who's just dropped down a position from Will Turner. Will Turner trying to make up some ground after the poor start from him. But BRT Ryan is out of this race.
Oh!
We don't know what's happened there. I did not catch that one. But we have a BRT driver out of this race on lap 1, and that does give us the virtual safety car.
Oh, no.
So the biggest winner so far is Turbo Man in the outline up to P12, gaining 7 positions in only about 4 corners.
Oh dear, Kiwi is not going to be happy with that. Looks like a collision between him and Fatty Bomboy at the back of the grid. Oh dear. Deasy's the only driver to hold this position after the half lap as well. A collision with Fatty Bomboy, Grumpy, we have no idea. A clip would be nice, but yeah, VSC should be ending very shortly.
Certainly will be. Who's going to get the good start here? They want to make sure they don't jump their delta as well, otherwise we could be seeing some DSQs, also drive-throughs I must say. But I think we're back underway again. We do not have any drive-throughs, but straight away Kieran right on the back of Deasy, coming down the main straight now to start lap 2. Decent lap with 135, but that is obviously a very poor lap, obviously being under the virtual safety car, but nonetheless Kieran is right on the gearbox of that TTM car. Will he be able to make a lunge into sector 1? It doesn't look like he's close enough just yet. Deasy holding the pace for now, but a little further back. There seems to be a big gap there between Lighty and Ham. Ham maybe not getting the best of starts there from the restart of the VSC. Maybe he's being a little bit cautious not to get that drive-through. But so far, so good on this restart.
Welsh Jack, lagging a little bit on my screen. He went through Zinks just then. So definitely keep an eye on him if it proceeds or continues. Hopefully it doesn't cause any incidents. But yeah, Mr. Deasy, he's got Kieran on the medium compound right behind him. Maybe Kieran's going to try and launch an attack, but a bit of a shocking chicane, I must say so myself. Kieran, who won in Season 1, when it wasn't even called AEC. I don't believe he's won since. So yeah, keep an eye on Kieran on the mediums, the only driver in the top 5 on the mediums. Well, it looks like IRT are the only team on the mediums in the top 10.
There you go, there you have it. But further down the grid, not too much is going on. Everyone's sort of staying in single file for now. But lap 3 is going to be DRS now, which is going to be enabled. So will we see any overtakes? I think someone that's going to be a bit of a risk here is going to be SLR Ham. He's going to really need to push this lap. He's already down to 25% ERS. You can tell he's definitely pushing to try and get within the DRS of Lighty. Otherwise, he is going to be a sitting duck. Our exotic planes might be the one to try and capitalise on that straight off the back.
4 people pit lap 1 and there was a DNF, Baldy. That may be why. But yeah, Ryan, I don't know what happened to him, but I assume it was a collision with Fatty Bum Boy. But yeah, Kieran on these mediums needs to make him pay, needs to make this strategy pay off, going for the softer compound, and he's going to go for a movie around the outside of Mr. Deasy. Deasy breaks early, and into P1 Kieran goes.
Yeah, I think that's a fair move there, definitely, and I don't think Deasy wanted to fight it too much there. They're on different strategies here, so maybe Deasy's just thinking to go try and keep him within the DRS of him, just get him to pull him along. They seem like they're similar pace at the moment, I should say, anyway. So, yeah, maybe Deasy's just thinking, I'm going to stick with him, maybe make my chances later on.
Very close, this top 5 here. Top 6 even late into DNF too. Oh, it's a full safety car. Do you know what we get to use? Hang on, I've not used it yet. Hang on, where is it? Yeah, the safety car overlay.
So the top 10 there just missing out on a potential pit if they want to go for it. So from Nico down to P18 it will be now after just the DNF. They all have the opportunity to pit first. So this could work in their favour. However, the top 10 have got to wait another lap if they want to drop into the pits. But we can see the likes of Kieran, Lighty pitting potentially in the top 10. But so far, only a McLaren's in the pits, which is SLR Medal. Who's actually not SLR, he's FG, I believe. So gamer tag throws you off a little bit there.
Ever. When they've got a gamer tag of a team that is racing and I'm not in that team, it's the most confusing thing ever. Like GSR Jake, it's not GSR, it's CRE.
There's an Alpine in the pits as well. That'd be Milan Langer in the pits. Comes out on a fresh set of hards. Some Pikachu opts out of pitting. He's on the hards already, so he's going to try and last these ones out further on. But what we're going to see here
qualified is... P3. Sorry, Tez.
Sorry, who qualified P3?
Yeah, he did qualify P3 to be fair, Baldy. And he's on the mediums. He's on the that kind of makes sense, no? But yeah, no one.
Milan Langer?
No, Kieran. Baldy asked why's Kieran in P1?
Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. But here we go. So the safety car is now into sector 3. Kieran has the opportunity here to drop into the pits. Will anyone follow him if he does? Or does he want to try and hold this track position?
Well, in Tier 2, the safety car came out lap 6 or lap 7, and the person, Jobby, who finished in P2, should have been P3, but it was P2. He started on the mediums and pit for hards on lap 7, and he did make it work.
Well, there you go then. So maybe Kieran
so lap 4,
some notes there, and he's done the exact same. None of the medium runners have pitted. Trojans hasn't pitted either. GSR Jake hasn't. MS Partic hasn't. So yeah, so everyone else is staying out. The only drivers to pit so far are Medal, Milan Langer, and some Pikachu.
Oh, Panther, I lose track, mate. Honestly, he was at CRE then. I lose track, mate. My bad. Apparently, Jake is at IFE. I thought he was at CRE. You know. I'll know the cars by the end of the... I know. The other thing is, when teams have different cars in each tier as well, that's another one that confuses me.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult, obviously from your perspective, it's that, but obviously teams being in so many different tournaments always have different cars in different tournaments, so I'm used to seeing FG and Ferrari, so that throws me off a little bit as well, things like that, so... But we'll get there. We've just got to get used to the drivers more than anything.
So Kieran is going to lead us on the restart. Should come in this lap. Should.
I would have thought so. Everyone's obviously bunched up now. Milan Langer's caught up to the back of the field. All coming down the back straight now, nicely bunched up, and there you go. Safety car is in this lap. So who is going to get a good start here? Where does Kieran decide to drop the pedal and send it? So,
Mr. Kieran, going to lead us on the restart. Deasy in right behind him. Deasy's not worrying here. He knows he's on the slower compounds. It was around... when did the mediums drop off in Tier 2? I want to say about lap 9, 10? Maybe a little bit earlier than that, maybe like 8, 9 is when the hards were matching the mediums. So, even though we're on lap 4 mediums, Kieran's probably still got like lap 2 life in them kind of thing. So Kieran, waiting for the perfect chance to go. Safety car is into the pit so he can go whenever he wants. And he's still waiting. He is waiting and waiting and waiting. He's not going to wait till the line, is he?
This is the Valtteri Bottas start. Oh my gosh, what are we seeing here?
He's gone. He is gone. and he's down the straight, and Turner's got a good restart here, but he's not gaining enough on Senor Ghost. But someone who is gaining is Senor Ghost in the back of Deezy. But yeah, clean restart, it looks like.
Yeah, very nice start there. Oh, Senor Ghost! He almost bins it. He does bin it. And he got a bit of oversteer there coming out of turn 3. And he's into the wall. Is he? Or am I back now?
Oh dear. Mr. Bernard Langer going round the outside of 2 cars here. Maybe trying to stick up the inside of Medal as well. Almost makes it work. Doesn't make it work. Lighty's in a bit of a kerfuffle. There's an absolute car park happening around P13, P14. Kieran has got that Turner all over the back of him. Deezy's lost the position as well. It's been an eventful restart. Kieran has now lost the position out to Turner.
Deezy making a move on Kieran as well. Looks like the outside. And Kieran's right on the back of that McLaren of Will Turner. Who's going to be coming out on top here as they go side by side? And Kieran gets through on Deezy. Deezy letting them pass. Thinking of the bigger picture here. You cannot win a race this early on into the race. There's a long way yet to go. Very nice.
Mr. Welsh Jack! Oh my lord! What have I seen? What have I seen? Oh no, he's
no, this is awful. What have I
oh,
just watched?
oh,
That is the
oh.
most disgusting thing I think I've ever seen on commentary. What is this, Tom? That is just an absolute like 10-car massacre. What have I just witnessed? Kieran's into the pits, so he's optimised on this absolute carnage we just seen there on lap 6. He's into the pits and he's jumping onto the hard compound. I've lost the words, to be honest with you. Crazy stuff here. So well, that's not even a safety car. How is that not a safety car?
I just don't have words. I just don't have words.
Man, oh man. Well, VSE is deployed once more. We've got 2 VSEs and 1 safety car in the space of 7 laps here at Australia Albert Park in the Tier 1 race here in the Artemis Championship. Right now it's Will Turner, the current leader of driver standings, leading the way with TTM DZ and KBS not far behind, sitting in P2, P3. Nico there in P4. And then we have a medium runner, the highest medium runner at the moment, who doesn't choose to pit on any of these 3 opportunities given so far. GSR Jake sitting in P5, Exotic Plane sitting in P6, Partic up into P7. A fantastic game there. And we've got Lighty with a drive-through penalty there. So he has jumped the Delta. That is very unfortunate for Lighty.
Oh dear, that won't help. That will not help. Kieran, he probably can go to the end. It'll be nip and tuck. He'll probably be racing on snooker balls come the end of the race. But yeah, we've got some battling here. Looks like Mr. Zinks and some Pika having a little battle at the end. Zinks with a penalty as well. Lighty. The only penalty that isn't a drive-through is Zinks'. But yeah, that was carnage.
We've got the DRS enabled once again now, so that'll be in full use in the second DRS zone here. Australia. Will Turner is still the leader though. He's gapped Deezy by 7 tenths now, and not still within the DRS zone.
Oh, another one's gone. Can't part there, sir. You can't part there.
Oh dear, it's been an absolute disaster class for some of these drivers so far here in Tier 1. But nevertheless, we're going to go on board now with Deezy, as he's going to be the first one to enable the DRS after this VSC. Let's see if he's going to be close enough. I don't think he's going to be able to be close enough with 7 tenths behind. Is he going to keep him with Will Turner for now, though? Trojan's 3-second time penalty is the first penalty I think we've seen in terms of track limits today, but that goes to Trojans. Our medal there making a move on Fatty Bomboy. Into the P8 he goes.
So lap 8, that was starting lap 9. This is where the carnage was with Welsh Jack. A move I like to describe as sharp as a bowling ball. That's how bad it was. Awful, I should say. TTM are having a good race, aren't they? I'm probably going to jinx it, but you know, good start so far.
Don't start that jinxing, Tom.
Get the jinxing.
But it's still Will Turner, though, who's obviously shown his pure class so far this season. He's once again leading this race here in Australia. But Deezy's much closer than he was last lap round. At this point, last lap, he was 7 tenths down. But now he is within 3 tenths of Will Turner, the FGE driver. Is he going to be able to make a move on this lap, or is he going to bide his time well? So he goes there, takes the fast lap of the race to 120.2 on the medium compound.
Oh!
He's
retired in the pits. He's retired.
Here we go, though. Daisy right on the gearbox now off that McLaren. Looks to the outside, coming down the back straight. Is he going to be able to make this one through? And he does. And we have another race there again. Denim KVS trying to make a move on Will Turner as well, but gets a little bit squeezed there. But still, fair racing though. Nothing too much of it. But we have another leader of the race, TT, who started on pole, back into the leading position. Will Turner gets a massive snap of oversteer there, coming out of the right-hander, and that's allowed Edo KVS to be right on the gearbox once again of the FGE driver. Not going to be able to be close enough yet, though, and he does understeer as well into the penultimate corner. It looks like he's on ropes here a little bit, Will Turner. It's Edo KVS going to be able to capitalise now, coming down the home straight, coming into lap number 10. Is not going to be close enough. Will Turner lives another day.
So, Mr. KVS now on the back of Turner. Turner in a bit of a TTM sandwich as Zinks lost a position. There's more positions getting gained. The exotic planes eyeing up a move on the back of Nico, and Nico on the back of Jake. It is all very, very close now, getting us to the top of the field. Jake on the mediums looks like he's dropping behind KVS, who is going to have to sort them out, maybe get into the pits on the next lap. But KVS, who has been right behind Turner. Turner is now being gapped by Deasy, 1.2 seconds now. So KVS is going to launch an attack with the DRS he gets on the next sector. KVS, he might want it now. He's going to get it now, isn't he? Mr. KVS round outside, winds the window down, says goodbye to you, and Turner's been demoted to P3 into TTM 1-2.
Certainly is, and the exact same move on Will Turner, KVS done, like what Deasy done, but now he gets a DRS once more again as the DRS activations, the DRS detected zone runs for the two DRS in the final two sectors. So that is that's kept him ahead, but now Will Turner is going to be trying to claw them back down. But at the moment, the pace of DZ and KVS do look pretty good. But let's take it with a pinch of salt though, as Will Turner is the championship leader currently for a reason.
It looks like DZ slowed down a little bit for his teammate there, give him DRS, which is he's got, which is going to help him. Turner needs to stay in now in the DRS range of KVS. He's got more ERS in the front three as well. Jake on the medium stays out for another lap. He's shortly going to be thinking soon to come in for the hard time. Maybe try and get an undercut on one of the drivers, potentially. Might come out a bit of traffic though if he does pit, come around senior ghosts. But yeah, lap 11 of 29. It's been pretty eventful.
Yes, it certainly has been. It's been now they've all sort of settled down a bit, and we've not seen the VSEs and the safety cars. Everyone's sort of slotted into position a bit better now, and we're seeing a lot better racing, which is the main thing here in the Team Artemis, or the Artemis Championship, I should say.
So DZ, KVS are looking to pull away, and Turner gets a penalty as well. He's starting to struggle now, Turner. Battling to KVS, who's almost got away now from the second of him. Turner with a penalty, the only driver in the top 11 with a penalty. Zinks, the other driver, is currently set P12. Mr. Son Pika and Fatty Bumboy switch positions. Maybe an opportunity for a switch back on Fatty, but he can't get it done.
Yeah, it's a very nice move there
from
Pika. Very, very straightforward for him, and yeah, fair race between the pair of them.
So, drivers staying out again. Jake stays out for another lap. He's keeping it at the 3.1, 3.2 mark. Exotic planes now starting to gain on Nico, Fatty Boy and Zinks. Change position, Zinks gets in there, but Zinks trying to get a launch on the attack. Oh my goodness me, it's close around here.
Yeah, this train towards sort of the back, well, towards the back of this train, it's been a lot of battlings. We're seeing two cars side by side now, coming through the same corner. It'll be Zink Motion Pika, and then Fatty Bomboy and SLR Ham all going side by side, and the Alfa Romeo comes out on top for the front battle, but it looks like Ham was a little bit wide there. He was ahead, but then he did run wide, and that allowed Fatty Bomboy back through into P12.
So far, absolute carnage. It's been a good race though for content. Exotic planes and Nico going wheel to wheel, bumping wheels as well. They are bumping and bumping and bumping. You'd think it's bumper cars. Absolutely hampered by the line there. Nico, Mr. Medal, now all over the back and gets a good launch. DRS wide open for him, slipstreaming him down here. He's going down to the Welsh Jack manoeuvre. He isn't though. He thinks better of it. There's a yellow flag in sector 2, and that is Son Pika, I believe.
Yeah, I missed that one. I'm not too sure what happened to Son Pika. After making that move a short while ago, he's maybe made a bit of an error there. Not too sure what happened. But Will Turner, though, still within DRS. He is 7/10 behind the two TTM drivers up ahead. He is he's still got plenty of DRS though in his tank, so he's not struggling too much, I must say. He's managing to harvest ERS very well. So yeah, still a very nice battle with these top three.
First driver to pit who started on the hards, that is Zinks. He comes in for the medium tyre now. He's going to have clean air. Maybe a little bit early, potentially. 16 laps on the mediums. The lads who actually race will know better than me, but it does seem a little bit of a stretch. Maybe just about enough, though.
Yeah,
maybe
I think you're right there. That is going to be a bit of a stretch for the mediums to go this way. Obviously, Australia, they're quite high for tyre degradation. So, yeah, we'll see how he gets on, though. I mean, if a couple of safety cars, it will definitely be within the mix still. But one driver I'm interested in seeing how he gets on today is going to be Kieran. Obviously, Kieran capitalising on that safety car earlier on, or the VSC, I should say. He started on the mediums and then he jumped on the hards. He was leading the race when he pitted as well. So will Kieran be able to claw his way back up into the top position?
Just watching the top here, Deasy has a moment there. Lets his teammate go. That was not intentional. If it was intentional, then I tip me hat to you, but that was not intentional. Deasy has a moment. KVS goes past him, Turner now right on the back here of Deasy. With a good exit here, Turner might be able to get past him, but straight line speed keeps Deasy ahead.
Yeah, Will Turner could have made the move around the outside of the penultimate corner there, but I watched him back off, so he thought better of it. He thought trying to make a move there was a bit risky, so he's not wanted to jeopardise any points on the table for his team, FGD.
They're bringing Jake back into it. Jake is now 2.8 behind. It's bringing all the other hard runners back into it as well. Plains and Nico. Now only 3 seconds behind Nico of this train. So Turner, maybe trying to get himself back. He's got 100% battery. He's got a full Duracell locked away here. And Turner looking for a move. Deasy looks like he's struggling a little bit. Now almost a second behind KVS. KVS can't slow down too much more. Otherwise Turner's going to be launching an attack on him as well. But yeah, Turner, he was struggling, but now he's back on board. Deasy's the one struggling out the front three, you'd suspect.
Yeah, how things have changed so quickly, but that's what happened to Formula One. But Will Turner now, he is going to be biding his time very well. I do like to see him taking his time, but he's definitely going to be one in a good contention here for the win. As you say, his race pacing's very, very good, and having that full battery nearly just shows what a good driver he actually is.
It looks like Turner's getting slowed down a little bit. I don't know if he is, but it looks like he's easing off a little bit in the corners. Maybe that's why he's got 100% battery. Doesn't deploy any of it here. We've got a pitter, and that is Mr. Plains. Plains, who was about 3 seconds behind Turner when he pits there, so we'll keep an eye on that as he tries to get a bit of an undercut. It'll be interesting to see where Plains comes out. If he is going to come out in a bit of traffic, it very might well be the case. Let's keep an eye on this. Plains now on his way out. He's got his teammate going past him now. Zinks, he's okay.
There's a little battle here going on from Jake down to Partik.
Let's keep an eye on that. Let's keep an eye on that. Oh, talking of Partik, he's not in the race anymore, Tez.
Oh no. What happened? Oh.
He's out, mate. He's out. He's out of the race.
So am I. What's happened? What a nightmare here.
You've lagged out. Partik crashed out. There's a safety car's come out.
Right, Tom, I'm going to use this time wisely. I'm going to switch the party chat on my phone because I can't act this. Be right back.
No worries. No worries. So, safety car has been deployed, lads. Yeah. What a safety car. Exotic Plains has pit a lap early. Bit of TTM are going to double stack. Don't want to slow down Turner too much, lads. But they are going to double stack. It'll knock Deasy down behind Turner. It'll be very close if he gets overtaken by Jake as well. Keep an eye on this. Deasy and Jake, who is going to come out first? It is going to be... It's going to be Jake. Deasy gets jumped by Nico as well. So he loses 3 positions there from the double stack. Oh dear. Hang on, has someone done a double medium here? No, they haven't. I thought someone had done a double medium. Bloody hell, Bernard Lang has done a 3-stop already. Right, I'm going to get Tez back in. Where's Tez? Where is he? Bear with me, lads. How are we doing, Emmy? Have we got any questions? Have we got any questions? While I get Tez back in to the race. If you haven't got any questions, then we just sit and chill for a minute, then lads. That's all I've got to say. Because I need to get him back in to party. Oh, Jim's cooking channel's redeemed a fact. I've got a fact for you, but let me just get Tez back in. then I'll do your facts. I'm happy the safety cars happened because I'm bloody nightmare with this. Right. He said he's getting party chat on his phone, didn't he? TTM Tez. Invite. Then invite him to the game as well. It's not going to let me invite him, is it? Uh-oh. Here we go. A fact about Australia. Okay. I'll give you a fact about Australia. Hello, Tez, you back in. Make sure you include your audio. Hello, mate. Are you okay? Oh. Hello, can anyone hear Tez? Tez, I don't know if they can hear you. A fact about Australia. Kangaroos only exist in Australia unless they're in captivity. There you go. There's a fact. And there's over 50 million of them as well. Jeez. Apparently, yeah. Apparently. Very quiet. You can only hear a slight echo. They can't hear you. Basically. Can you try back on your... Can anyone hear him now? No. I don't think they can, Tez. You cannot include audio when you're on the phone. A fact about the bottom left logo. Oh, well, that's some self-promo. If you look in the bottom left of the screen, lads, Mr. Loveland has got his little logo there. £10 a season, and we'll put anything you want on the screen. Not anything you want. Not anything. Within reason. But £10 and we'll sponsor your stuff for a season. There you go. So Loveland's on there. Anyway, safety cars in. Ted's back in the party, I believe.
Yes, I am.
Mr. KVS is leading the race. Turner does have a penalty. Mr. Jake. Kiwi, I removed you from from the comms chat because you never spoke in it, okay? I removed you. I clicked remove. Right. Jake is currently sat in P3 after jumping DZ in the pits. DZ lost 3 positions from the double stack. Can hear him. He's not even talking, Jaffa. He's not even talking. Anyway, movement happening. Mr. Plains, who got shafted there by that safety car. Kieran opting for the soft tyres. He will be running on Michael Van Buren head come the end. 11 laps on the softs. Good luck with that, Kieran, mate. You're going to need it. But he's going to be quick for now. And he's going to go right on the outside of Medal here. Mr. Kieran using a bit of his battery as well. Turns it back off again. And yeah, Medal binned the motor down to P9. Mr. GSR Jake he's lost a bit of time to turn it there.
Be interested to see how Kieran gets on. Them soft tyres, they're going to be absolutely screaming towards the end of the stint. Obviously doing a bit of qualifying on them as well, I presume. A couple laps on the safety car. And now he's got 10 laps left of the race. But he goes down the inside, making full advantage of those softer compound tyres on the Alpine there of Milan Langa. But can't quite make it work. Milan there keeping ahead of Kieran for now. But yeah, those soft tyres, he's got to make the place up early doors because they will be falling off like a brick wall at the end. KVS gets the fastest lap of the race with 118.9 and on those medium compound tyres. And he's almost made a gap on Will Turner by 1 second. It's 9/10 at the moment, but Will Turner is clawing it back a little bit. But as I say that, it's all over the place right now. It'll be very interesting to see how they get on towards the DRS zone. But so far, so good on this restart.
And Mr. Miller loses vision. He's lagging a little bit. Your mic is back working now, which is perfect. Yeah, KVS, he's looking good. He is looking good so far. Kieran on them softs is going to try and close back up to Exotic Planes. Kieran, as I say, gets a penalty for his work as well. DZ though, he got shafted in the pits, flying past Nico here. He's now past him, fully past him, and he's now going to be closing on the back of Jake, then closing up to Turner, and then getting back into the trio that was leading so much of this race.
So Turner, he's been able to make a 2-second gap there on GSR Jake. GSR Jake today, he's been up with the top runners, but he has not been on the pace of the top 3. So already he's dropping down a little bit here. He's going to be under pressure straight away from DZ as they come around the penultimate corner here. And but saying that, there's been a 2-second gap on Turner, so that's given Turner a bit of breathing space from DZ, and that's allowed Turner to focus on one of the TTM drivers, NOM KVS.
Jaffa, pay me bills, mate. Pay me bills. So DZ, yeah, he's closing now on the back of Jake. He's got a decent enough battery. Should get him this lap. Jake is not going to have DRS. He's 2.2 behind Turner. So expect DZ to get the move done this lap, and then he'll be trying to close back up to Turner. But you will have him on penalties anyway, and TTM will have that 1-2 for now. It all could change. It's looking very good though. This is a great race for TTM, regardless what happens now, to be honest. They're having a great race. But yeah, here we go then. DZ should be a relatively easy overtake for him. Is he going to go left or right? Goes right. Jake tries to force him a little bit, but DZ goes round the outside of him and is up into P3.
Yeah, nice job there from DZ. It seems a very popular overtaking opportunity there to go around the outside coming into those S's. We've seen a lot of drivers do that today. Seems to be very effective.
Someone wants a fact. I'll get it up now. Tasmania is part of Australia, if you didn't know. And it's the same size as Republic of Ireland. About 500,000 people live on the island of Tasmania. And Ireland has lots of nature and national parks. Back to you, Tez.
Fantastic fact there, Tom. Thank you very much for keeping these coming today. I'm now very educated thanks to you. Now, nonetheless, let's go on board with Will Turner now, though. Oh, as he picks up another 3-second penalty. That is not looking good for the FGE team. That's two 3-second penalties in the space of 21 laps, and Zinc Motion follows through as well with another 3-second penalty. I believe that's his second as well. So Australia is very harsh on the track limits, and it's very tough to keep within them, certainly for some of these drivers. But that is not going to let Will Turner give up one bit now. If anything, that's going to make him push even harder. He's going to want to try and get past KVS as soon as he can and try and make as much of a gap as he possibly can so he doesn't drop down in order too far. But the closest penalty user at the moment is our AEC Kieran, who's in P7. But I'm saying that, there he goes. Will Turner, the current championship leader, takes the move on NOM KVS down the inside before the S's, opposed to the outside like we've seen from quite a lot of drivers. But now Will Turner is going to want to try and break this DRS to try and have any chance of scoring some decent points for the current championship leaders, FGE.
I completely missed the overtake because I was looking at Discord trying to get the team standings up because I wanted to see where TTM would go, allegedly so far. And it looks like they will go into P2. As it stands, FG will still stay in P1, but yeah, TTM will move up into P2.
Yeah, FG's gap currently in the drivers in the team standings is quite enormous. So them losing a few points today shouldn't make too much, shouldn't do too much damage on them. Obviously, it's such a long season left to go as well. But yeah, FG, as you say, still currently the championship leaders.
Mr. Exotic Plane sticks a wheel in the grass for no reason at all. maybe looking at something else that he shouldn't be. But yeah, Mr. KVS and DZ, they genuinely don't need to do anything
Motion here coming side by side through sector 1. Sorry, Tom, but it looks like it's going to be Milan Longa who's going to get the edge on the Alfa Romeo there. Lovely move there from Milan Longa. Absolutely fantastic tandem-style racing through the first sector.
Yellow flag at the back. That was for Som Pika, I believe. Zink's now starting to close up on Bernard if he can. And Zink's, is he going to go around the outside? Everyone goes around the outside, but he goes up the inside.
On the grass.
A wheel in the grass, up the inside he goes.
He's dropping a bit easy there from qualifying, cutting the grass, giving the Australian Marshals a bit of a bit of less work to do after this race. But here we go, we nearly have three wide almost, but it's SLR Ham who's pushing the Alfa Romeo there into the right-hander. And oh my gosh, I thought there was going to be a collision there. I don't think he knew which way the Alfa Romeo wanted to go, but he made the Alfa Romeo as wide as a bus, disallowing the SLR Ham to make a move. And also we have SLR Nico there making a move with GSR Jake, and Exotic Plains makes a move as well on the Ferrari driver, and that is GSR Jake, who's lost 2 positions coming down the home straight. But he is going to be right on the back of Exotic Plains once more. Is he going to make a move now coming into turn 4? No, he doesn't. He thinks otherwise. But it is currently SLR Nico who leads this train. And he's got a lot of drivers behind him, up to SLR Medal. And it's a very nice train building up here in the top of the midfield.
It's all happening. It is all happening. This has been an action-packed race here. I hope everyone's been watching because this has been absolutely great. Senor Ghost has a bit of a snap. Go back up to the top. As I said before, KVS and DZ genuinely don't need to do anything now. They just sit here all race. 6 laps to go. As long as Nico doesn't catch up to them, which I very much doubt he will, but with the 6 seconds that Turner has, he's going to drop.
Oh my gosh, sorry there, Tom. SLR just made a double overtake in the DRS on Zinc Motion, and Milan Longa, he wasn't able to do it last time well, but he made it look very impressive as well. SLR had that up to P5 and 2 position for the S's.
Lap 23 of 24, Mr. Bernard Langer now has a penalty as well. Looks like majority of the penalties are at the back of the grid. The only one that's really going to hamper the standings is Turner's penalty. If you go gap to leader, which there you go, he's going to drop down to about P7, which is crazy, really, from where he is.
It is really, I mean, the way I saw it towards the start of this race, I saw Will Turner, he was conserving his ERS very, very well. Arguably the best on track. He almost had a full tank at some stages as well. So it made me think that maybe he's been a bit conservative. He wanted to maybe make the move later on in the race, but gaining 6 seconds, but not really pushing that hard. It surprised me quite a lot there from Will Turner, the current championship leader.
So, here we go. We're starting to get to the crunch time of the race now. A safety car would knock Turner down even further. So he doesn't want that. But talking of Turner, he's about to get overtaken by 1 TTM. Where 2 TTM drivers, they go past in unison. KVS and DZ waiting and waiting and waiting. Absolute fly past them. But Turner's like, you know what, lads? I want that position back. And we're going down to the Welsh Jack manoeuvre. And Turner's got a brain on his head, though. He's not going to do that. And he sticks it down and stays in P3. TTM waiting and waiting and waiting and pounced. And maybe going to try and pull away and get the 1-2 on track.
It's a beautiful drive in there. Fantastic work from those 2 guys. And now they're just going to try and pull away now. But regardless, they can stay behind Will Turner and they should have been safe. But they wanted that track position as well just to get the glory. But fair play to them. But Will Turner, I don't think he's going to give up anytime soon. He knows he needs to try and stay as far ahead as he can to try and avoid dropping down the order any more than where he's currently expected to be. P7, and we have Milan Longa there, who's hit the wall coming out the final corner.
Oh.
That's a very popular place to go get oversteer and lose it into the wall. And it's very it's a very tough corner to do, and with the wall there as well, it's it can hamper your race big time. I'm not sure if he took damage there.
Yeah, he's got no wing.
He's got no wing. That'll be absolutely beautiful to drive at the moment, understeer central. But we have a virtual safety car. Luckily, there's no safety car because that would have been a bit of a bummer. So close to the end of the race, especially after having so much VSCs and oh dear, Batty Bomboy. Speaking of VSCs, he's dropped there. He's got the DS a drive through there, so that's pretty unfortunate for him. But here we go, IRT Kieran now I'm on board with. I think there's been a change up at the front as well. It's the 2 McLarens that are having a little bit of a tussle here in their own battles. But it is Kieran now who's going to be on the power into DRS, right down the inside of an SLR medal. Into the right-hander he goes. There's a Ferrari there, caught napping a little bit as well. Is IRT Kieran going to be able to make a move? Coming down the inside of the third from last corner. No, he's not. Up to P7 he goes.
What the hell? This has been great. Absolute overtakes left and right here. Coming around the final corner, Fatty Bomb comes in to serve that. He comes in to serve it, sliding in sideways, but he does come in to serve it. Yeah, Turner did get past KVS and he's retired. He was in P14. You were about to get a point.
Is Milan Longa going to retire? Oh no, of course not. He's going to. Oh, here we go. Though we've got a hash of a light under here from Sun Pikachu. And Son Pikachu making the move there past Lighty up into P12. We've got a yellow flag. It's a slow red. It's a slow. What is that? What's going on?
That's Fatty's AI.
Oh, it is AI.
Kieran gets a penalty, and Mr. Turner is going to go into P1 here. He does have 6 seconds of penalty. He has more pens than a year 7 on first day of school. Let me tell you that, Mr. Turner, 6 seconds. He's struggling now. He is struggling. I've always wanted to say that.
Yeah, I don't think the TTM drivers need to be battling it too hard, really. They're just going to be playing a patient game now. They know they've got the 1-2 provisionally right now. There's no point battling too hard. I think Will Turner just wants to take a little bit of glory from today and to take the win on track. But there, his teammate SLR Medal makes a move down the inside of IRT Kieran, and through he goes up to P7, goes SLR Medal.
So TTM still looking very strong for a 1-2 here, and that'll be the second 1-2 Tier 1 has seen. FG did it in the first race. It looks like TTM, I promise I'm not trying to jinx them, but it's looking very likely that they are going to do it as well with the penalties that Turner has. Turner now, with 6 seconds, will drop down to P4, so he's not losing as many as he once was, but he's still going to drop a lot of points, you know, if he didn't have the penalties. But yeah, imagine if he didn't. Imagine what an end would have here. But it looks like it's just a TTM practice session to the end of the race. Surely they don't need a battle.
Though. Daisy now makes retaking the lead, and we've had so many swaps in the lead. And Daisy goes through once more. Here comes KVS as well, up into P2. And this is fantastic driving from all 3 drivers. They're all having to go here for a switcheroo. But it tends to be both TTM drivers who capitalise on Will Turner every time, making the exact same move on the exact same lap. Fantastic work.
Absolutely. Imagine if Turner didn't have penalties. I think he picked up another warning there through the chicane.
Oh,
if he didn't, I'd be
it
very
would be
surprised.
brilliant. Honestly, it would be so good to see. But it's a little bit disappointing to see, obviously, Will having them 6 seconds. It's kind of put the end to the race provisionally at the moment, obviously, provided we don't jinx it. But regardless, Will Turner showed a very good race. It's just such a shame about those 6 seconds.
Medal looking for a move here. He needs to try and get past Jake for as many points as he can get, because they're going to get hampered by the penalty. But yeah, it looks like Turner's now only going to lose 1 position because of his penalty. So it doesn't look as bad now, but you know, maybe he'd be fighting a little bit harder if he didn't. But yeah, TTM, a lap and 3 quarters to go for them, and they'll be bringing home. It won't be max points, but it'll be as close as.
Well, Will Turner getting another lead. He's got 9 seconds. That's really going to hamper the points for FGE this round. They've been so good in the opening 2 rounds, but today they're not having as much of a good round as the 1 and 2. But speaking of FGE, we've got SLR Medal now, who's looking to the left. He looks to the right on the back of GSRJ. Coming down the back straight now in DRS. GSRJ currently holding up McLaren. He's defending very well. And SLR Medal thinks otherwise for now. But GSRJ absolutely cuts the hell out of that final right in the S's. But now, Medal is under threat from Kieran. Kieran looks down the inside of the right-hander, makes it work. Very nice move there from Kieran, late on the brakes, and makes the move up to P7. He's been having a great battle with these guys in the midfield. This race is not over until it's over. But now we're on the final lap of this race. It is DZ who leads with KVS from Will Turner in the top 3. And are we going to see them finish in this order across the line, or is there going to be a bit of a switcheroo? Will Turner is putting the jets on. He is right on the back of NRM KBS. I think he wants to try and make a move, regardless where he's going to drop on 9-second penalties. I think he wants to take a little bit home today, regardless. But we are coming up towards the DRS, the second DRS zone of this track for the final time here. And he's got the overtake on. He's going to activate the DRS. He's down to 5%. He is absolutely pushing his heart out right now. He does not want to see the TTM guys get the 1-2. He wants something here, but he's not going to be able to do it, at least at this point anyways. Easy leads from KVS and Turner. Exotic Planes 6 seconds behind the top 3. It's been such a thrilling race from start to finish. We've got Zinc Motion as well making a move down. SLR Ham. Senor Ghost got quite close enough to make a move as well. But we're coming down to the final part of the track into Sector 3. It is DZ who leads. He put it on pole. He's had a fantastic race. He got put backwards a little bit in the pit from having to double stack. But DZ wins from NRM KVS from Will Turner provisionally, but it is a TTM 1-2. Fantastic driving from those guys. Exotic Plains is going to make his way up to P3 after not getting any penalties. Where will this drop Will Turner as he's dropping down the order, tumbling down he goes, and so far it is going to put him P5. It's actually not as bad as what we maybe
not
thought.
as bad as you thought. I have been corrected.
Oh no!
Unless
he's DNF'd.
Unless it gets.
What's going on? Why is he DNF'd? He's P13.
That's a glitch. I've seen that glitch a few times.
No problem.
I think if you leave and rejoin, it has happened a few times. He'll be P5. Don't worry. Yeah, I believe it is max points. Unless it got taken off him by Milan. He lagged out, he left, that's it. So if you leave before the session ends, you get a DNF.
I see, I see.
Yeah.
So who got the fastest
I believe
lap?
it is max points.
Do we know?
I genuinely think it is. I think they got it. I did quickly check it. They get pole position, and that could be the first time I've ever seen max points round here before. For it. Oh no, Langer got it. Langer got it. He got it on the last lap. 18.7. Let me just check his race director. I believe it was his last lap.
We'll see very shortly as the results are now up. It is Milan Langer who takes the fastest lap. But let's go through the standings. Tom, I'll let you take it away.
So yeah, Mr. DZ and KVS dominated really. Exotic Plains gets a podium. Mr. Nico P4, medal into P5. Very good tier 1 debut for him. Ham into P6, Ghost P7, Jake in 8, Kieran in 9. After his 6 seconds of penalties, no one in the top 6 getting penalties. A lot of gaining, not having him. And then it was Sompika 11, Lighty in 12, Milan getting the fastest lap at the end, and Turner. Well, it will all be changed. You know, everyone's down a position. You get me. You know what it is. Yeah, that is the end of the race.
It was a fantastic race. We had some brilliant racing this week. Australia did not disappoint. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to be alongside you again, Tom. It's been a long time since we've done this. And I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight being alongside you. And it's been a very good race to be commentated on as well. A big shout out to all the drivers who compete tonight. Thank you, Tom, for having me on here in the Tier 1 stream. Hopefully we can do this again.
Absolutely, mate. Your name will definitely be on the list of commentators. We've got Tier 2 next week on Tuesday. Me and Lennon are in for that. Then you've got Tier S, which is going to be Loveland and Joseph. Tier 1, we will sort that out. Britain, I believe, is round 4 next week, and then we'll have a break week. So we'll see you all there. Thanks for everyone tuning in. Congratulations to TTM. They closed the gap on FG, and maybe we've got a bit of a title battle on our hands. Who knows? But yeah, we'll catch you next week, lads.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.